like, praise God, there is a heartbeat still. And he was, I think, and I could hear the tone of the doctor's voice too. Everybody, welcome to sunny Florida. I'm sitting under a palm tree. All the pretty palm trees. The boys are out here swimming today because it's nice out and they had a lot of energy. So I figured that I would catch up with you guys. Sorry if you can hear the wind, but there's nothing I can really do about it. So yeah, it was so nice out here. I decided that I would just bring the boys to the pool and then I would tell you guys like what's been going on. So let's get started. Okay, so today is the 5th of April, which is a Thursday. And we are now 8 weeks pregnant. And let me tell you what happened. Okay, so we were supposed to have our second ultrasound this week. Our RE told us that we're supposed to have a ultrasound every week until like 10, maybe 11 weeks. So yesterday was our weekly ultrasound anyways, but my sister-in-law sent me a message in the morning right after she got off work, and she was kind of telling me that she was having some, and mind you this is TMI, but it's pregnancy. So when she went to the restroom, she was having like some pink discharge, and so of course I'm like, oh my gosh. It even kind of scared her because she said she hadn't had anything like that with her own pregnancies. So she called her OB and she was going in for an ultrasound anyways, and she's like, can you please just make sure like everything is okay? Like I just want to make sure, you know, everything is good. So she went in and I like told her before she went in, I was like, please, 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 can you butt dial me? Because I really want to hear like what the doctor says when he says it, because my heart is like pounding. Like I can't take this. Like I'm on the verge of a heart attack. And my mind is like going 1,000 miles a minute, like thinking like, oh my gosh, this is like the absolute worst that could happen. We're having a miscarriage, blah, blah, blah. My sister-in-law's nervous. Like we're all just kind of like, oh my God. And so yeah, she butt dialed me. So she called me and like laid me down beside of her while she was getting her ultrasound done so I could hear. And so she got in there. It was really quick. The doctor like went right in, was like, what symptoms are you having, and blah blah. And she was like, I'm not really nauseous, it's just like kind of like when I take my estrogen and whatnot. So you know, and he was like, okay, well, let's check and see what's going on. And so he like turned the ultrasound on, and like within 30 seconds he said, I see the heartbeat. And I like literally cried. Like I was on the other end of the phone, but I was like so like happy that I was like, praise God, there is a heartbeat still. And he was, I think, and I could hear the tone of the doctor's voice too. Like after he heard that, I felt like he was more like, okay, like this is okay. Like we see a heartbeat now, let's like measure, let's take measurements, let's see. So the next thing that I heard him say after like I see a heartbeat, the heartbeat is around 150 beats per minute, which is normal. And then he also said that you're measuring 7 weeks, 8 days pregnant. And so we had thought that we were 7 weeks, 4 days at that point. And yeah, we could be, like the dating could be off like a couple of days, but he went ahead and gave us an estimated due date of November 15th. And we just had been going off of like what Baby Center had said, what Ovia Pregnancy had said, and they just kind of told us like November 17th based on when we did the transfer. So I mean, anytime between the 15th and the 17th, we'll see. I'm sure we'll get like a more clear answer as to when our due date would be, but that's what he said yesterday. And he did say that he had seen an SCH, which is a subchronic hematoma, I think. I may be getting that wrong, but apparently he didn't say this, but apparently it is pretty common with those of us that do IVF, and it can just kind of subside and go away. It's not really a big deal. I found out a lot of my Facebook groups, through my IVF groups and everything like that, that a lot of people have had them and they're just harmless. You can have some bleeding, and even some people have pretty heavy bleeding. I've heard some people have like blood clots. And so thankfully ours was just more like a discharge, and it just happened a couple of times. It wasn't like a stream of blood. It wasn't like anything that was like, we need to go to the hospital now. But yeah, it just really, like, as soon as he said that there is a heartbeat, I was like, oh my God, praise God. Like, he did it twice. He did it, and then he took some measurements, and then he said, okay, here's the heartbeat again. And my sister-in-law asked, like, can we hear the heartbeat today? And he still said, no, it's too soon for us to hear it, but that we can still see it, which I'm kind of like, I don't know why that is, because when I was pregnant with my kids, like, I could hear the heartbeat at 7 weeks. They were fine with that. They turned it on and I could hear it for a good like 5 minutes. So maybe this is like a new thing, like I don't know. But yes, a lot of them are like, no, we can't hear the heartbeat until like a certain point, but you can see the heartbeat. So that was my day yesterday, and I literally have like, I was just so on edge yesterday. Like, it just wasn't a good day, but it was a good day. Like, once we found out all was well in the womb, like, it was okay. But it's just those moments where you're like, I can't do anything. Like, I'm helpless at this point. Like, and even if it was my own body, like, I would be helpless at that point. So I'm so thankful that my sister-in-law is like wanting us to be involved in this pregnancy, and she wants us to, like, you know, be there for the doctor's appointments, like calling and everything like that. And it's just, yeah. And I think soon we're gonna have the conversation with her doctor about her calling us, and like maybe us Skyping or bringing you guys along with us, something. Because we would like to document it, and I'm sure you guys would like to see it. But yeah, so hopefully, you know, in the next 30 something weeks we can get to the bottom of this and see what's going on. But right now we just have one healthy little girl, and her heartbeat is 150 beats per minute. So thank God she's healthy. Thank God my sister-in-law is healthy right now. Like, it was a good day to hear that all was well. So I just wanted to catch you guys up on that, because it's been a while since I've vlogged since the gender reveal. Yeah, not too much else has been going on. Just been hanging out with the kids, and yeah, just hanging at the pool, you know, sitting in my lounge chair with my 88 degrees and with my tank top on, and I'm not rubbing it in at all. For those of you that where it's cold and it snowed, I'm sorry. It's hot here. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to continue to follow this crazy journey, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. There's also a bell right beside of the subscribe button. If you want to click that, it will give you notifications when I upload videos, so you can stay up to date. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.